What are the wealthiest zip codes in the Austin area? Jeremy Knight, the Knight Group, your favorite Austin realtor. I found this article on Austin Business Journal, and what surprised me is that some of the areas that were not on the top of this list, and some of them that were on the top of this list, I was actually pretty impressed by. So we're gonna look through and look at the highest household incomes. We're gonna look at the schools. We're gonna look at drive times to downtown, the areas, all that fun stuff. Stay tuned to the end of this video because you will not believe number one on this list. Before we go any further, make sure you drop a comment below. Do you agree with this list? Not agree with this list? Do you want me to create some other content? Drop it below. We'd love to hear from you. Oh, and by the way, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. So looking at the top of this list, what I'm surprised by most is that 78704, that Zilker Park area, is not on the top of this list. They're not in the top 10. It's not really in the top 40. 78704, this year alone, I sold a few multi-million-dollar homes, and it doesn't even break the top 44. It's number 45 on the list. But if we're looking at the top 10, the median household income starting at number 10 is $121,000, which is in Spicewood, and then number 6 on the list ends up being Driftwood at $132,000. So those are interesting. But let's start at number 5 on this list, which is most important. Number 5 on this list is 78737. So this area is southwest of Austin. It's kind of like the Bear Creek area, Belterra, part of Driftwood. So this area is a really nice area because realistically, it's only about 25-30 minutes to downtown, which isn't bad at all. So a lot of people like to be in this because they want to be kind of close to downtown. Plus, this whole area is really hill country and nice. The schools are rated an A by niche.com. So you have nice proximity to downtown. You have good schools, but what did the homes cost? Well, going off this report from October from the Austin Board of Realtors, the median price for this zip code is $815,000. So yeah, it's no wonder that you'd need to make roughly $142,000 household income to be in this area. Now, if we go look at some of the houses in this area, the houses are kind of all over the board. We have homes in the $2-3 million range. You have homes in the Belterra area that range from about 600 all the way up to really $1 million, $1.3 million. In fact, I sold $1 million home in Belterra this year. This area also has some really nice new neighborhoods. This area also has some really beautiful established neighborhoods. So I really like this. And it's no wonder that it's going to cost you $815,000. Realistically, we're talking about $1.1 million to be in this area, but it is a fantastic zip code. Let's go to number 4 on this list. And number 4 on this list actually surprises me quite a bit. And that's 78746, which is Westlake. Now, if anybody knows anything about Westlake, everybody wants to be over there for quite a few reasons. Number one, it's just west of downtown, so it's a fantastic location. Next, it's about 15 minutes to downtown, so really nice. And then number 1 on the list, it has Eanes ISD, which is one of the best school districts really in the Austin area. I mean, it's rated an A+ right here by niche.com. But here's the other thing. If you want to be in this zip code, the average price is around $1.2 million, about $1.1 million. That's a pretty penny to be out in this area. I've had quite a few clients that want to come out and be in Westlake, and we're looking in the, 1.5 to 2 million. And those price points move so quickly, which it's really tough if you're trying to buy in this, especially in 2021. It's been massively busy, but what a fantastic area to be in. If you're going to buy a home out here, yeah, you're looking really kind of in the high ones, 2 million. You can buy a cool $7 million house like this one, which is pretty brand new. And, you're going to get good views. You're in a great location. So why I was confused by this is I thought it would probably be number 2 on this list or number 3. Which surprised me is number 3 on this list is 78739. Now, I personally live in 78739, but I bought in this neighborhood before it was crazy. When you could buy a house in that 500s, and that was expensive. Now, the median price is much higher. But why people love this area is that it's close to downtown. So about 15-minute drive, depending on where you are. It's Circle C area. It's a fantastic area. A lot of brand new homes and nice community. Now, secondly, why people like this area is the fact that it goes to A+ schools rated by niche. Now, if you're looking at all these schools, they're kind of rated 9s and 10s throughout. So a lot of people want to be in this neighborhood for that reason. In fact, that's why I chose to be in 78739 as well. But if we're looking at the median income is higher. It was $151,000 for 78746. It's $162,000 for Circle C, which I did not expect. Now that's pretty interesting. And if you want to buy a home in this area, well, the median price right now says 770. I don't agree with that one bit. I think the median price really is kind of closer to what this average price is at 803, because even looking at these homes on this list, they're available. Homes that are on the market are in the high 800s. In fact, we actually just put 3 homes under contract this month of December, and they were all well over 700,000 into the 8s and 9s. So don't necessarily agree with that, but looking at this, yeah, you're going to be 1.1 million to find a great house. You know, you can get an entry level 3,000 square foot home for about $800,000, $850. So Circle C, while I expected to be probably number 5 on this list, it is number 3, beating out 78746. Number 2 on this list kind of surprised me, but didn't surprise me, and that is the Steiner Ranch area, 78732, with a household income of $167,000. Now, this area is about 35 minutes on an average day to downtown, but really it could be an hour, and that's just because it's one way in, one way out, and so that becomes a problem. But it's a gorgeous area, great views, great community. And here's the deal: if you want to buy a home in this neighborhood, the median price right now is on this list is around $660,000, which is kind of crazy, because if we go look at this list right here, we're looking at homes on the market and under contract and sold, and all of these homes are in the 750 range up to $1 million, $1.2 million. On the edge of the lake here, some of these homes are 10, 15, $20 million homes, so it can get quite expensive in the Steiner Ranch. And if we look at the schools on here, the schools are rated an A+ by niche.com, so that's another reason why people want to be in this area. And look, it's a beautiful area. It's gorgeous. You have a lot of great views. Some of these homes have views of the lake, so it's really not that bad. But if you want to be in this neighborhood, realistically, you're going to have to be in that $8 to $1.3 million price range to actually find something right now. Now, number 1 on this list doesn't necessarily surprise me, although I thought 78746 would be ahead of it. I thought some of the others on this list would have been ahead of it, but this is 78733, and the median household income is $184,000. Now, you might say, Jeremy, why does this surprise you? Well, look, this is right on the backside of Barton Creek. So yeah, there's some really expensive homes, but I just talked about this neighborhood in a previous video about the neighborhood people don't want you to hear about. Well, it's number 1. It's got people with pretty good household incomes living in it. And this area is like that Cuernavaca area. Now, this again is probably about a 30-minute drive to downtown. Depending on the traffic, could be about 45 minutes, but it's west. It's just past Westlake, so it's west. Beautiful views. I talked about this in that last video. It's fantastic. But if you want to be in this area, the median price right now is $1.2 million. Now, if we're looking at this list of homes that's available, there are homes that are in the $500,000 range, but most of these homes are more in the 7s, 1.2, and much higher. So this area is a tucked away area. It's a beautiful area. And guess what? The schools, they do feed into some of those schools with EANS. So depending on where you are, which is an A+, so people want to be there. It's hidden. All the reasons I talked about in that video, people want to be here. So there you go. Are you surprised by this? Drop a comment below. Jeremy Knight, the Night Group. Watch one of these videos. We'll catch you on the next one.